Another ISOJ video. I'm gonna be doing more Macish kind of videos. I'm not really doing any more of this walkthrough kind of videos. They're really uninteresting. After recording the whole video, editing it, seems it's really boring for me to do in that, and that's probably why I don't have many videos up on YouTube right now. Because it's really long. I just don't like it. I still will be doing like game achievements or hard achievements to do. Maybe a little bit walkthrough like on really hard mission, but I really doubt it. It's probably do some like top app software technology news, as well as I'll still show you how to like hook up your systems to HDMI or your Astros to your 360 or your PC, those kind of things. I'll still help you with like, technical support and that kind of stuff, but I'm really not going to be doing any walkthroughs or anything like that. I just really don't like doing them. So back to what we're here to do, like it states in the title. I'm going to show you how you can install Windows 7 onto your Mac, MacBook, iMac, MacBook Pro, Mini Mac, whatever system you have. Now, pretty much what you need is the installation disk that came with your Mac and Windows 7, whatever one you have. I happen to have Windows 7 Ultimate, a legit copy too. It's this, and then so to set up a BootCamp partition, if you don't have one already, go up to the top of the spotlight, type in boot or BootCamp, doesn't matter. If you type in boot, it should be right at the top. It says BootCamp Assistance. Just click on that. Then hit continue here. Set up your partition. Good size 32, right? If you have a big hard drive and you're gonna be using Windows a lot, like say you have a 500 gig hard drive, I recommend using roughly 60 to 100 gigs on your partition. I only have a 320 gig hard drive, and I do have external hard drive, 1 terabyte. So I'm not going to be using Windows a whole lot, just for a couple games here and there, a couple software. So all I'm going to use is 21 gigs. That's enough to install about 3 games. On top of that, I have my external hard drive if I want to install more. And I'm going to be on Mac OS more, so I need that more of a hard drive base. So after that, just hit partition. Depending on how big your partition is, depends on how long it'll take. If you're doing about 60 gigs, it's about 3 minutes. I'm doing 21, and it only takes me roughly a minute. So, see you then. Alright, so it's back. As you can see in the top right corner, it only took me a minute. It was 540, now it's 541. So after you're done this, you'll need either your 32-bit or 64-bit of Windows 7. This also works if you're doing Windows XP or Vista. If I'm running my Windows 7 64-bit because I have a 4 gigabyte of RAM and I want to get my full performance. If you have 4 gigs or more, you want to run 64-bit because you'll run the Windows and your PC at top performance. Otherwise, if you have like 8 gigs and you're running at 32-bit, you're not gonna be at your top performance. But if you have like 2 gigs, stay at 32 because it's gonna run a lot smoother for you. So let's start the installation. Just click that button there. Alright, so after you hit start, it's gonna ask you to put in your disk. So I have both my Windows 7 32 and 64-bit. I'm going to put in my 64-bit right now. Hit OK. Hit start installation again. It's going to ask you to put in your password. Then your computer's going to restart. That really looks like my screen is really dirty. It's really not. It's clean as can be. Actually, no, there's a couple fingerprints there. My little cousin and I put his fingers on my screen and that. Anyway, you don't really have to do anything. Just wait for this loading bar to go by. Alright, so it will load right up like this. Whoa, my bad. I'll pick Canada, US, keyboard's fine, hit next. Then you'll hit install now. The reason I picked the Canadian English over the American English is because whenever it says about, it'll say boot for me. Just hit you agree with the thing, you know, and then hit custom advanced, the whole thing. You want the whole works. You want the third partition here, and then just hit next. You don't want to hit any of these other ones. Those are for your Mac OS X drive. You just want your BootCamp as it states. You just hit, whoa, click it, and then alright, this is a common thing I've seen before for Windows 7, not too sure about the other ones, is that it's not going to let you do it. You're going to have to click over here and click on this options and hit format, then hit OK. It'll take roughly 10 seconds or so, then you just hit next. No big scary thing there. It's going to go through its install. Right. Alright, so once it starts up, you have to, as soon as you hear that chime, push and hold down that option key. The installation took roughly 15 minutes. So then hit any key here. Alright, so it's gonna set up here. Remember this key importance. As soon as your computer restarts and you hear that chime, hold down that option key until that message came up saying press any button. As soon as that happens, hit any button, doesn't really matter. I hit the space bar, I think, or something like that. And this should come up. Just recently though, I didn't hold the option key and it was making me reinstall it again. All I did was hit the back button, exit it, and it restarted my computer, and then I had the option, then that time I hit the option key. So let's set this up. Alright, so let's... Alright, after you enter your activation key, that should be found with your Windows 7. This is going to help out. I'm going to hit use recommended settings. My time zone is -700. Mountain time.